Hey guys, thanks so much for tuning in to tonight's episode of Miss Politically Incorrect. I'm super excited you're here because today I'm going to be talking about politics. It is the hottest topic there is in the media right now. You can't go on to Facebook, Twitter, Insta, you can't turn on the news. You can't do anything without hearing about politics today. And that's because we've got two presidential nominees that people love to hate. You're either super far left, you're a liberal Democrat, or you're super far right and you're freaking Republican conservative. I'm just going to go ahead and put it out there, guys. I am as far right as it gets. I support my president. I support gun control. I support the police, and I support letting babies live. If you don't agree with that, I'm sorry. I'm not here for your feelings. I'm not here to debate you on my political views. I just want to talk about what's going on because it's driving me nuts. I turn on Facebook and I scroll. I can't go through all these posts. It's something about Biden or something about Trump every other post. And it's not positive posting. Like, there's no healthy debate going on as to why you should vote for Trump or why you should vote for Biden. It's complete hate rhetoric. All I seem to hear about Trump is, nobody likes him. He has done very little for our country. He's a grab him by the pussy kind of guy. He's been married several times, therefore he's not fit to be a leader. I hear all these different things. However, Biden, are you seriously going to try and tell me Biden is any better? Because I'm sorry, libs, he literally didn't do shit when he was in office, but now he wants to run for the presidency. I think track record should probably come into play. I mean, after how many years of being in politics, you should have something to show for it, right? What are you thinking? You want to sit here and bash Trump when you've got a freaking pedophile running for president along with a homewrecker vice presidential nominee? You're going tit for tat, guys. It makes no logical sense. And the part that's even more infuriating to me is that a liberal cannot come up to me and have a healthy debate as to what Biden did in his career to make me sway and vote blue. You have no foundation for healthy debate other than, the typical name calling. Oh, you're ignorant. Or, oh, you need to go on and fact check, research, and you know what I'm talking about. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Well, I'm sorry. I've done my research. I'm not just going to let the media sway my thoughts, my opinions, or my views. My views, thoughts, and opinions are based on reality. They're based on my own personal research and knowledge of what I know to be true and what I know to be false. I don't base my views on what some jackass posted on Facebook that I need to believe. And guys, half of it's false. I don't agree with Zuckerberg censoring everything that's on Facebook, whether it's true or not. I don't agree with that. However, a lot of it's just not true. And unfortunately, many people are just too stupid to have their own brain in their own head to make their own decisions and realize they don't have to believe everything they see on the freaking internet. But yet, I'm supposed to have a debate trying to back up my president against some dumbass who tells me to fact check, who doesn't even know what they're saying before they say it. You got the trolls that just sit there and troll everybody's post. Knock it the fuck off. There's such thing as disagreeing with somebody and just scrolling on by. You don't have to leave a nasty negative comment every time. And the funny thing is it's mostly against Trump. I've got friends on Facebook that are so conservative. And you know what? That's cool. I respect the views. I understand that we're different people and we're not going to all agree on the same things. I get that. I will respect your views till the day I die. However, you need to respect mine as well. We're not going to get along if you don't respect me. And that's where I think the media is just, they're using it to their advantage. They're turning people into sheep that can't think for themselves. So, there's really no gray area. You're super blue or you're super red. There is no gray. I seriously, I'm super sad this year because of the whole COVID thing, and it really kind of fucked us out of listening to each of the presidential nominees debate each other, because in a real election that's not based on hate, you listen to each party's policy structure that they plan to implement while in office. Okay, that is a mature and educated voting system, but we kind of got robbed of that. Do you think that's coincidence? Because I sure the fuck don't. It is so coincidental that a pandemic hit right before an election. Is it not coincidental that the Democratic Party is pushing for mail-in voting instead of in-person voting? Do you smell a little conspiracy going on here? Seriously, Dems, are you willing to put $100 in an envelope and mail it to yourself and hope you get it back? Or better yet, step it up. Put $500 in an envelope, mail it to yourself, and let's hope you get it back. If you feel comfortable doing that, okay, I support your mail-in ballot. But if you can't do that yourself, you need to be asking yourself these questions. It's been all over the news, guys, about all these ballots being duplicated and falsified and lost in the mail. It doesn't work. I'm sorry, but I can go to Walmart and go grocery shopping. I can go to Home Depot. I can go to the park, and y'all fuckers can protest by the thousands for BLM. But you're trying to tell me that you cannot vote in person? You gotta be out of your frickin' minds. Why? Why is it okay for you, but not okay for us? Why is it tit for tat? Why does it have to be hate all the time? Why can't you just be mature and be like, all right, dude, you got your own opinion. I'm just going to scroll on by. No, you got to sit there and put your 2 cents in. But you want to know the cold, hard truth, guys? Is I know my president tweets. I know he sounds like a dipshit half the time. I know he likes to grab him by the pussy. But you know what? I don't care. I don't care. You can sit here and tell me till you're blue in the face on Facebook everything that you freaking hate about my president, but I don't care. I'm still voting for him anyway because I hired him to do a job and he gets it the fuck done. He has done everything he promised to do. Whether you like him or not, he's done a lot of great things for our country. And since you want to be so fact check happy, why don't you do your research and go online and review all of the policies and all of the positive good things that President Trump has done. He don't sugarcoat anything, and that's why I voted for him. He doesn't sugarcoat. He relates to the people. He's no nonsense, no bullshit, straight out there guy. And honestly, I appreciate that as a citizen of the United States. I appreciate that I have a president that's always letting us know what's going on, and he's very direct and he doesn't sugarcoat. Because, sorry, the Obama administration, Clinton's administration, everybody's a bunch of crooked crooks. They know how to speak well. They know how to attract the attention of the American people, but they're sugarcoating you. They're not telling you the whole truth. They're telling you what you want to hear. I don't want that in a presidential nominee. I want somebody who's going to do the job they set out to do and get it done. That's Trump. Thank you, Mr. President, for doing everything you said you were going to do. Keeping the Constitution alive to the best of his ability. Democrats are trying to rob us of that. I don't want to lose any of my constitutional rights. And I've got people on the left saying, well, I'm sorry, what rights have you lost again? Well, let me tell you something, Karen. You're taking away my free speech. How are you doing that? Well, let's see. Let's start with Facebook. You're censoring everything that people say about certain topics. Where's the free speech in that? Are people not getting fired because they posted something on Facebook, or they said something to a coworker, or somebody that took it the wrong way and might have been a little offensive, so therefore they get fired? Where is the freedom of speech? That is slowly going out the window. I don't want to lose my constitutional rights, guys. You know, the right to assemble. You know, COVID hit, yes. Super sad. I just want it to go away. I want our economy to go back online, but COVID hit, and all of a sudden, churches, you guys, churches are deemed non-essential. Crowds of more than 6 are a no-no. Right there, our rights to assemble went out the window. Another constitutional right. And I've got people, friends on Facebook, that want to debate me and say, oh, well, there's just restrictions. There are restrictions temporarily because of COVID. Think about the word restriction for a minute. Does that not tell you you're slowly taking away your constitutional rights and kind of freezing it in time? Is that still not the same as getting rid of it altogether? Because even though it's frozen, it's still not there. I mean, how many families had members of their family die from COVID and they can't even go to the funeral? They couldn't say goodbye. That person died alone and was probably cremated because they couldn't have a funeral where people come to mourn and send them off into the spirit world. That's pretty fucked up. But yet, y'all can go out by the thousands and protest in the street and burn buildings and loot them and steal everything you see and pull people out of their cars and beat the shit out of them. Oh, and don't forget, they threw a fit when we tried to go to these Trump rallies, and then all of a sudden COVID hit, but yet COVID didn't hit at the protest. You seriously think we're going to buy that bullshit? You seriously think we're that fucking stupid? One day, one person, anybody, come to me and tell me why you're voting blue, what benefits I will get if I decide to vote blue, how it's going to benefit me, my children, their children's children, my parents, my brother. Tell me. Because right now, all I see is destruction and hate. You guys, I can't deal with it. It needs to change. The hate needs to change. We're all going into this hateful world now. And it's only getting worse. Anyway, that's my rant for tonight. Thank you so much for tuning in. Stay tuned for next week's episode. It's bound to be a doozy. Bye.